I want to share my personal story with you. And I apologize myself that I unfortunately do not talk Pidgin, so I hope you can follow me in English as well. So I'm from West Papua, both of my parents. 4 months before I was born, Indonesian military killed my father. I was still in my mother's belly when my mother and 3 brothers fled to Papua New Guinea because my father was in prison. And my father, Arnold Ab, who was an anthropologist and a famous musician, the only thing he did was making music about our culture, about all the different tribes in West Papua. And through his music, he inspired the entire nation. And that is why Indonesia arrested him several times. And the last time they killed him. And it was 4 months before I was born. In a refugee camp in Papua New Guinea. And after that we fled to the Netherlands, where I grew up. And at some age, I asked my mother, why don't I have a father anymore? I was 15 or 16, and then she told the real story. How my father was killed by the Indonesian military. And his story was not the only story. Now, more than 500,000 West Papuans have been killed under Indonesia. Imagine, 1/3 of all the people in Solomon Islands were killed. Women, elderly, children, disabled. Every one of you should know one family member that was killed by, in this case, Indonesia. This is the pain that I carry since I left Papua New Guinea. Because the ants didn't suffer. Luckily, Solomon Island is free from colonization. Like Vanuatu, like Papua New Guinea. But West Papua has not gained their independence yet. After the Netherlands left West Papua, they promised us freedom. We didn't get it. We got a new colonizer, Indonesia. I don't look like an Indonesian, do I? I like you. I look like you. Curly hair, black skin, Christian faith, a true Melanesian. Whether Indonesia like it or not, whether the United Nations of the world doesn't like us to be Melanesian, we are clearly part of the Melanesian family. And the only thing we want as West Papuans is to live in freedom so that our mothers can run the markets as well. So we can harvest from out of the forest. We can live in peace and harmony with the environment and the people. And that's why I'm very thankful to be here. This is the first time that I am in the Solomon Islands. Last week, for the first time in Melanesia, when I came to Vanuatu. And immediately I felt this connection between what I have missed my entire life. The people, the culture, the food that my mother cooked. I'm home. I'm home. I'm very close to West Papua, yet it is so far away because I can't go back. If I will go back now to West Papua, in the best way I will be arrested. In the worst scenario, they will kill me like my father or all the other 500,000 West Papuans. So this is why I'm here, because upcoming July, the leaders of the Melanesian Spearhead Group will come together. And the United Liberation Movement for West Papua, which is the independence movement, has at this moment an observer member. which basically means that we don't have really power within the Melanesian Spearhead Group to address these gross human rights violations which are happening today in West Papua. We can't address about the 100,000 internally displaced people in our own land because of the military operations committed by Indonesian military. We are powerless within the Melanesian Spearhead Group. And as true Melanesians, as Christian people, we are asking our Melanesian family to demand from their leaders to not look away from the support for the West Papuans to become full member. There is a turning point because after 5 years that we couldn't get full membership within the Melanesian Spearhead Group, Fiji is now supportive. The new government of Rabuka have shown support for the United Liberation Movement for West Papua. So, the thing that I wanted to share here with you is that when I leave here today, I want all of you to remember not only my story, but the story of your family members in West Papua, the elderly, the children, the women who have been raped by Indonesian military, tortured by Indonesian military, the children who have been kidnapped, shot, and elderly who have been lynched by Indonesian military and photographed very recently. They are brutal, and yet they are also part of the Melanesian Spearhead Group. This shouldn't be happening. They shouldn't be there because they are killing your family members in West Papua. They're calling us monkeys. They're racist, and yet they are here in the Melanesian Spearhead Group. Therefore, I want you to remember us in your prayers towards the Melanesian Spearhead Group somewhere at the end or half of July. Also, the Prime Minister of Solomon Islands will go there. And I hope all of you will ask your friends, if you have social media, to make a photo of the Morning Star flag and share it as wide as possible. Because the only way we can create change is when people do not forget the cause. When people talk about it, the entire nation in West Papua will get hope. And that's why I'm here. We are not powerless. The fact that we are here together, you are listening to my story, is a moment of hope for people who live in darkness and who are country who do not allow foreign media to come in to report. And when the foreign media like ABC is silent for more than 60 years, just a few articles about the genocide on the doorstep, this is wrong. While they are rightfully paying attention for the war in Ukraine 24/7, but looking away from the genocide right here, our own apartheid, our own genocide in the middle of Melanesia, we cannot forget it. And that is why I'm here, in the hope that I can inform you, and together we can inform other Solomon Islanders. And if all of us stand up, I'm confident that Prime Minister Sogofare and the government cannot look away, because the people care about the brothers and sisters in West Papua. So, I want you to feel the pain that the West Papuans are feeling now at this moment. Imagine that the world's largest gold mine is located here in Malaita. Imagine the world's largest gold mine is located here in Malaita. Because that's the case in West Papua. We got the world's largest gold mine, second largest copper mine, and many other resources. But we live as poor citizens in West Papua. Because Indonesia and all this Western cooperation steal our resources and leave us there as poor people and kill 1/3 of us, all of you dead, and the rest of them knows a family member who have been killed because all of this resources. This is wrong, and that is why we need to become full member. We need to become full member of the Melanesian Spearhead Group, because if those leaders have no courage to speak for the West Papuans, then at least let the West Papuans speak for themselves. That is our call. If the leaders of Melanesia are not willing to speak for the West Papuans, then at least let the West Papuans speak for themselves. So, from here, I want to ask you once again to keep West Papua in your prayers towards the MSG, but also after that, and continue to talk about West Papua here in Solomon Islands. We have a solidarity group here. I've seen them yesterday. I've seen the Premier of Malaita province yesterday as well, and he is supportive. And I'm very thankful that the Premier of Malaita is supportive. And hopefully he will encourage his cabinet, the provincial government, but all the people right here in Malaita as well, to take leadership, to move the other people in Solomon Islands to join you as well. And I think what happened here is already historically. That I, as a West Papuan activist, united here with you, is already history. And when we continue this collaboration, my brothers and sisters, I'm confident that change will follow. Because we are defeating Indonesia on every level. Because we have the truth on our side. They can't deny anymore, can't hide the genocide. They can't hide about the refugees, about all the military operations in West Papua, about all the environmental destruction because of these extractive industries. They can't hide it anymore. The global support is increasing. People are watching. And this is another moment that Indonesia is not willing to happen. That we talk one-on-one with the people in Melanesia, with the people here in Solomon Islands. This is exactly what they don't want. They can have money, they can buy political support, but they cannot buy or twist the truth. And the truth is on our side.
Actually, 2012, from 2000 upward, and even 2012, during time, the late David Oita and Premier, have also supportive the West Papua because of Melanesian number. And him send me for 6 fella who go across, Kasemna 6 fella representative, the West Papua will come to this for the Pacific Arts Festival. And me for advocate on their behalf, the people of Malaita. Me for garem support Malaita as an island or as a province, or the garem support na for West Papua. And during that time, okata som some for documentaries, we have bara som out this for the word we have say genocide, and even this for the brutal killing ya. Or they can come this for documentary, and even me for witness him. And what me heard him to that time, him tell him out. I think that one Luma him prick him heart blow me. If Premier him stand strong, because Miss have a characteristic blow you milo Malaita, him so special. Him so special that no matter problem you him go high, you be very easy to come down, and you may accept him brother. And that was spirit that me like for me, give him back you me today and encourage him, you me people of Malaita. Well, I can for you take him that one. Stand beside the brothers, believe me. And if you must have a talk out, if you must have a doing for people's power or other issues, you must have it also doing for West Papua. You may ask him government blue me, central government blue me. And you may say give him view blue me as individuals and also as Malaita, as a province. You may give him for Sogavare PM blue me and executive government for kata must support him that or kata must take him this whole status for independence. And that one I me like to give him an appeal to everyone blue me lo Malaita. Me want to former leader of this whole province. And me saw how painful if on sister blue you, on mother blue you, and on father blue you, or kill him lo I blue you. And something where you to know say forget it. One for the conclusion, me said Rome number 2 day brother him talk. Him one for a single voice lo they said there. A single voice lo they said. Him also John the Baptist. If him is ever doing for people of West Papua, what will you be today? People will be good, people will be Malaita. You may best stand with him. Good people will be Solomon Island. You may best stand with him, brother, believe me. And God by him win for you. In our prayers, in our moral support, you may by go with him, people believe me. Bigger and support your better. What about you? I'm not more me like for encouraging me today. Thank you. God bless you, me everyone. Thank you very much.
Wow. So, I left it here. This is it. I do not have to talk any longer. I'm really glad with the opportunity that our brothers and friends here have organized for us to speak to you. And I want to thank you for standing here, taking the time to listen. And I hope that you will support us along towards the MSG. And I want to ask you to chant with me. When I say Papua, you say Merdeka. When I say Papua, you say Merdeka. Papua, Merdeka. Papua, Merdeka. Papua, Merdeka. Papua, Merdeka. Papua, Merdeka. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And please come take a t-shirt in solidarity with Papua. Thank you so much.